Hey, Cosmic Zen, great questions. I want to say before I start answering that, I don't reply a lot to you. It's one of these things where we're kind of on parallel tracks. I seek some differences to shine light between, and but I do check in with you, and it's great seeing your evolution. I mean, not that you're really any different of a person, but I see that you aren't just preaching. You're learning from this process. I really appreciate that, and I think that's what's good about we can get all caught up in drama and sort of the same old that comes around and goes around, and I, I like to see what you're doing, which is a progression in thinking. So anyway, I am going to answer your questions.
Hello everyone. I've come up with my own mind-bending questions to ask. I could have come up with a lot more questions, but I kept it to 8 because I want to encourage video responses, not only from the stage, but from everyone. And please feel free to use the comments section or send me PMs if you don't have the ability to make videos. But I would like to get a big response out of this if I could. Let us begin. The first question, what is enlightenment?
Okay, I believe that enlightenment is to have more light shed on the bigger and bigger picture. So I view enlightenment as coming to understanding of our identity as part of larger and larger spheres. More and more to understand how to treat others in your family is more enlightened than just how to make yourself happy. To understand how you are part of uh, the human race, and that its benefits are your benefits, and there's a shared reality is still more enlightened, and that you are part of the biosphere still more enlightened. With the qualification that you can never turn your back on these more near spheres of enlightenment, which is why you can't jump ahead and I love the mammals, but I hate humans. Not. It has to work outward and be healthy, like a plant. Like roots. They have to be connected.
Question number 2. How do you know if you're enlightened?
Um, I think if you are enlightened, that you cease to ask that question, and you try to act on the enlightenment. And how do you know if you're acting on it? Um, because the results of your actions will be healthy for this sphere of shared identity that you've learned.
Question 3. How would you know if you're not enlightened?
Um, I don't know that one. That's interesting. How would you know if you're not enlightened? Um, Well, I don't know. I think there's sort of a natural, organic karma. It's sort of metaphorical to a metaphysical idea of karma. And if you keep, if you're, I guess my answer is if you're stuck and you're having the same learning experiences and not learning from them.
Question 4. Is it ever okay to impose your own morality on another person?
No, it is not. However, it is okay to come to a personal conclusion of what you need to do. You cannot impose on someone else the immorality, even if something as obvious as stealing or physical violence, so much as you can react using your own morality. So you can arrest somebody because they're stealing, and we might like to think of that as, oh, we're imposing the morality, but no, we're really simply paying somebody with the ramifications of their own morality and how it interacts with us.
If so, when and why? If not, why not?
Okay, hopefully I answered that.
Question 5. Is there a difference between knowing and believing?
Yeah, there are two different categorizations. Knowing is just belief, but it's supposed to mean an informed belief that could be demonstrated and shared. So in my case, I would use the word believe only when, only when, checking the time here, only when it's something personal that really doesn't bear a demonstration. Like, I believe that Time Bandits is one of the best movies ever.
If so, what is it?
Dang, I gotta let you
Question
finish.
6. Why is it so difficult for humans to understand simple reality?
I think it just takes time. It's not so much difficult, but it takes time, and some of us are more efficient at learning.
Question 7. Is it bright in the center of a star?
That's an interesting question. I would say yeah, because there's the light there, but of course you can't perceive it because you'd be burnt up. But let's say you had some amazing quantum mechanical technology that allowed you to sync a camera to the center of the sun. It would be very bright.
Question 8. What is something you cannot conceive of?
That was a good one. Well, I think there's a lot of things that we cannot conceive of, and we can't really conceive of them. So that's hard to say. But I do have one example. Nothing. I don't believe people can actually conceive of nothing. All we have is metaphors. For example, empty space, but that's not nothing. That is space. It turns out that in quantum mechanics, maybe that's even particulate and energy based. But even if it's possible to have totally energy free, which again quantum mechanics says it isn't, you'd still have the extension, the fields. So that wouldn't be nothing. We often obviously use the idea of blackness as a void, and again, that's not actually nothing. So I don't think that you can conceive of nothing. And those are, I think, 8 of the best types of these questions that I've seen on YouTube, certainly, and actually maybe in general. That's a really nice set of questions. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful. You're a wonderful. Uh, I'm looking for an adjective of the kind of philosophy you are. I'm happy to share the paths in the philosophical jungle with you, and whenever our paths cross, it's a good experience. Cheers.